Hello and welcome back to the How I Ripped Off Buffy the Vampire Slayer podcast. My name is Tim Thompson and I'm joined as always by MC.
That would be me.
And this is Season 4 of Tomuarigassen, Episode 17. The episode title, which is Departure Part 1. I'll leave all that in so I can learn from my mistakes. What happened last time, MC?
It was a big old fight, basically. A big old fight. The gang were in Jay and Gav? No. Jay.
Terry,
of course.
How could you forget about Terry? God damn it.
Jay and Terry got into a fight with some... it was basically Shaun of the Dead, the bit in the pub.
Yeah, it was exactly that. Yeah.
Louise and Gav got invaded by some vampires. And MC fought a big demon for a change.
Well, no, he was... Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And then after the big demon was just the guard dog, but a big demon, not a dog. And then...
Do you know, MC never plans these. He just says it all the top of his head.
Seamless. But then he gained access to the December Form headquarters and stopped their nefarious plan to set off the big bomb.
One nuke that was going to end the world.
Yep, sure was.
It was kind of like an end of season episode in a way.
Like that. It really felt like that because MC killed 2 of the 3. Well, no, he killed 1 of the December Form, and in classic villain move, the December Form killed the. The less said about Stuart, the better.
Yeah, Stuart's dead. That's all you need to know. Let's just forget about Stuart. But yeah, I mean, what's going to happen now? Because obviously Tanis escaped.
Yeah.
And we were kind of confused about what does that mean? Tanis is going to be the big bad, or are we going to be moving on to something else? Because there's Mrs. Lansbury's kind of making a reappearance. By taking down the protection spell somehow at the B&B.
Spooky ghost stuff.
Sure, why not?
But also at the end, Louise got an inkling of Amy. His special powers or whatever.
Yeah, her angel powers.
Yeah.
Which is going to be like ninja powers, I think, if it comes up. So let's find out what's going to happen, MC, as we get into Departure Part 1.
Previously on Tomuarigassen.
So, where are we? Louise asked.
We're still in the process of finding out more about the December Form. We've heard squat from them since we fought those samurai guys.
Well, I guess that is good news.
I disagree. By the sounds of things, they've been locked away somewhere, planning their apocalypse.
We have been watching you, ninja, Tanis said. MC glared at the 3 men. The end of the world will happen soon, Vic said with great confidence. But only by our hands. The December Form turned their backs on MC and walked away. MC watched them leave, feeling himself getting angrier and angrier.
Are you okay?
Gav offered his hand to Louise. As she went to grab it, one of the vampires appeared behind Gav and without hesitation sunk his fangs into Gav's neck.
Oh my god.
What the hell happened here? Louise asked, scanning the damage to the pub, and Terry and Jay sweeping it up.
Zombies!
Jay replied.
So you guys were attacked too, huh?
Yep. Looks like someone wanted to keep us busy all tonight.
You mean busy with being dead?
I not someone.
Gav said. Some people. Terry finished.
December Form!
Everyone said at once. MC reached into his pocket and pulled out a throwing star. Tanis laughed. You really think that will stop me? MC threw the star. It went flying past Tanis, going nowhere near him. He started to laugh, but then stopped when he realised just where the star was going. Turning, Tanis was just in time to see the star rip the back off Vic's throat, cutting right through his neck.
Oh my god.
Vic's head slumped down on the computer, blood dripping onto the screen, multiple numbers on the keyboard being pressed at once. The computer bleeped and a message came up reading,
Incorrect access code. Nuclear program shutting down.
As he went to finish Tanis off and end the long-running war with the December Form, the last remaining member suddenly set off an explosion from underneath him, knocking MC back. Quickly getting back to his feet, MC saw Tanis on the other side of the roof, saying a magic word and opening up what looked like some form of portal. He looked towards MC. This isn't over, ninja. You'll pay for this with your daughter's life.
I dare you to come back one day.
Louise lagged behind a little, still shocked. She looked down at Amy. She looked like just an ordinary baby, despite the fact she had been surrounded by mystery, death, and chaos in her short life so far. Louise wasn't sure what had just happened. All she knew is that the reason she was still alive was because of some brilliant light that had come from Amy, stopping the guard's bullet in mid-air and slamming the guard against the wall. "What are you?" Louise said to Amy.
Come on, get up.
He thought to himself. It was windy, but his skin was beginning to lose the art of being able to feel normal sensations, and instead, all that remained was the pain from his many wounds. His skin was beginning to lose the art of being able to feel
when that happens.
normal sensations.
Like when your legs lose the art of being able to walk. Actually, Louise had that.
That's what the doctor said to her. Miss Louise, I'm afraid you have lost the art of walking. Wow, that is a sentence and a half, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I think we've said in the past that, especially, this season with Tomuarigassen and Chip, the opening paragraph is where I'm really trying to write. I am writer.
Trying, yeah.
Failing miserably. The skin was beginning to lose the art of being able to feel normal sensations. What's normal sensations as opposed to sensations?
Doesn't he have ninja sensations anyway?
Oh, yeah, good point. Maybe that's what I meant. Instead of normal,
sure.
I meant ninja. The art of ninja sensations.
You can't sit here all night. You need to get home and rest. I don't think you're going to die, but there's a lot of blood. Your clothes are sticking to your body. Your arms are covered in bruises, and by the feel of things, so is your back. That's it. Then move your left leg.
Don't lose the art of being able to walk, MC.
Or is that the right? Are my eyes open?
Suddenly, realising they weren't, MC opened his eyes sharply. An ache rushed the back of his head, and he felt his lumpy face.
It's just my normal face.
The art of a lumpy face.
Just feel my face and it's still lumpy.
It was discoloured after his battle with the demon in the basement, and then the struggle on top of the roof with Tanis, who had gotten away. So we're picking up straight after the end of the last episode. I mean, I know you were getting confused about the whole demon dog guard thing.
Yeah.
But it did kind of mess MC up, that fight. It was a really powerful demon.
It was a tough one, yeah.
Yeah. And then he just about managed to survive the encounter with the December form. And now he's all messed up. He's not going to be... He's going to lose the art of having a body, I think. Vic's body still lay about 10 feet in front of MC, blood dripping from the slit in his neck. For the moment, it appeared as if the December form were beaten. Now all MC wanted to do was get off this roof and back to the B&B. But wait, the threat Tanis had made before he jumped dimensions. Oh, wait, what?
What threat?
Also, what dimension? How does MC know he's jumped dimensions? It was like the portal he opened, like a dimensional bus stop or something.
So yeah, the threat that we definitely didn't just look up.
This episode's going so well.
So the threat was... Tanis said that MC would pay for this with his daughter's life.
And you were like...
I know.
So then he's hopped dimensions to go and get a baby killer weapon. Do you think the December form know Amy is an angel?
I can't even remember now.
I would assume so, but only because of the thing where the villains just know everything for reasons.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm going to go with. MC thought he was hearing things, but soon realised it was Jay and Terry calling out for him.
I found him!
Jay cried out as he helped MC to his feet. Terry and Gav joined him and helped the ninja to his feet. After a few moments, MC insisted he was okay and was able to walk under his own weight.
Jesus Christ, what happened to you?
Gav asked.
I might say the same thing.
MC pointed to the blood-stained piece of material on Gav's neck. Oh yeah.
Gav got bit by a vampire.
He did get bit by a vampire, and to lead into the next line...
Vampire!
Big strong demon.
MC pointed to his body. Yeah, because we had this whole thing about, like, is Gav going to turn to a vampire? I mean, maybe I changed the lore of it, because obviously everything I've nicked from Buffy has been that lore. But maybe there's going to be, like, a slow turn for Gav or something?
To be honest, I don't think you were that original. I think you would have just ripped it off wholesale and not even considered that people could be turned into vampires in some other way.
Yeah, I definitely think I thought, yeah, this is how vampires work.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's how it works in real life. Did we win?
Jay wanted to know, looking at Vic's body.
We did. The December form and no more.
Isn't there one more? Terry said, spotting Stuart's dead body on the roof too. I thought there were 3 members.
Oh, good. MC's keeping things from the gang again. That always works out well.
Yeah, especially because it's a powerful warlock that's just made a threat against his daughter's life. No, I'll keep this to myself. Don't want to worry him.
It's done.
MC replied stubbornly.
Now I need to do something to get rid of that.
The nuclear bomb stood in the middle of the large roof, silent, like a grey statue, and looked completely unthreatening.
It's a very friendly looking bomb. They put like googly eyes on it. Painted a smile.
I'd like to think the grey statue's literal, so it looks like one of those like naked Roman sculpt type things. I know statues. MC explained to the gang that was how the December form intended to end the world, not that they really needed to be told. And that we really needed to be told that as the audience as well. I can put a cloaking spell on the roof, hide the bomb and bodies for now, but I don't have nearly enough power to dispose of it all.
Do it, Terry. We'll have to find someone who can. For now, let's just go back to the B&B. I could do with some rest.
Who are they going to find to dispose of a nuclear bomb? An evil organisation's evil HQ.
And all the dead bodies. I know, actually, to be fair, they've been quite good at getting rid of lots of dead bodies.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Bit they have down.
Just
But they can't put the nuclear bomb in the furnace, can they?
Just take it to the morgue. I was like, what is the point of Terry concealing it? Because I guess there could be like, I don't know,
Satellites or planes or helicopters or...
I guess that's fair enough. I'll let you have that one, 17-year-old chip.
Do it, Terry. We'll have to find someone who can. For now, let's just go back to the B&B. I could do with some rest.
MC walked off and headed down the steps back into the building. He passed Louise and Amy on the way.
I didn't know you were here.
He said. Louise didn't reply. Gav came along and put his arm around her as they continued to leave the building. I feel like that's meant to have some sort of significance, but I don't know.
Is it because Louise knows about Amy now? Because she saw Amy do magic angel stuff?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could be fair. Terry came back to the bed and breakfast with the rest of the gang, as he still had a pub full of zombie parts and broken furniture that creeped him out enough to not want to sleep there. Just hide it, just do a concealing spell, Terry, it'd be fine. Also think it's a bit of a shame that they didn't bring the old men and the football hooligans back with them as well, and they have their own little army.
Oh, that would be great.
Everyone had dispersed to their respective rooms for a well-earned rest. Didn't they charge Terry as well for a night's stay?
Oh, yeah, obviously.
But mates rates.
Yeah. 5% off. And you get an extra mint on your pillow.
Everyone had dispersed to their respective rooms for a well-earned rest. MC had had a much-needed shower and was beginning to feel a little better already. His bruises were still sore, but being a ninja, he would heal quickly.
I had no idea he was a ninja.
Did you know he had a ninja healing ability? There was a knock at his bedroom door. Thought you might want your daughter.
Not really.
Don't ad-lib. We stick to the text. In this universe, MC... Well, no, he feels about the same about his daughter.
But he's less open about it.
Thought you might want your daughter, Louise said as MC opened the door. She handed him Amy and said, we need to talk.
Look, Louise, if this is about you having a go at me for going in alone, can we just leave it for now? Everyone's alright and it worked out in the end.
Worked out? I was nearly killed. Gav got bitten by a vampire when the protection spell went down. Jay was attacked by zombies, and you've had 7 levels of hell kicked out of you. And also, I think there's something wrong with Amy.
Yeah, she's a baby.
She exists.
Yeah. What?
Tonight, a guard went to shoot me, and Amy stopped him.
I think the stress is getting to you.
Oh, that's the most patronising response.
Why don't you have a lie down, dear? I think you're a bit tired. Is it your time of the month?
Tonight, a guard went to shoot me, and Amy stopped him.
I think the stress is getting to you.
MC walked back into his room.
Amy's just a baby.
I know that, but a light shone from her, and she stopped the bullet in mid-air. And earlier tonight, those vampires were dusted without me or Gav touching them. She's something special, MC.
Let's talk about this in the morning.
She's your daughter! Louise watched MC for a moment as he didn't respond. You knew about this, didn't you?
I think you should leave now.
No, not until you tell me what's going on.
Louise, what I choose to tell you or not to tell you is my business, especially when it concerns my family. Now get the hell out. MC making friends. Sometimes he's too nice to his extended family.
He's just a bit too open.
Yeah.
Like he should get a balance a bit more, you know?
Just
Like
emotions everywhere.
he's so emotionally welcoming.
I know. Performing all that emotional labour.
Well, it goes to show that we were right, because a few weeks ago we said about how we thought MC maybe had sort of passed a little, mark in the terms of like he was a bit more open with his friends.
No.
But you think he was open enough on the surface without kind of revealing...
Pretending to be.
Yeah,
But
he
still
was
a
lying.
dick.
Yeah. And now it's really come out.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he want to tell the gang that Amy is an angel? What is his motivation for that?
The only thing I can think of is that it's still tied up with like Tifa's death
Okay.
and all that sort of stuff, and that is just sort of he doesn't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to think about it. He just wants to push it to the side and not acknowledge it. And talking to other people about it will make it real in some way.
Yeah, so it's like...
And like people will want to talk to him about it, and
Yeah.
he doesn't want to. No emotions here. Blah, 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 blah.
So it's almost like if he acknowledges... Because the reason Amy exists is to bring back angels and all that. So it's almost if he acknowledges that, then he's acknowledging the fact that Tifa had to die for that.
Exactly.
Okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not the worst thing I've ever written. Louise left, a small tear forming in her eye as she did. As she walked along the corridor, Gav found her.
Hey,
He called out,
I think I'm going to go to the hospital. I can't get this wound to stop bleeding.
"Ooh, Vampire Gav.
Uh-oh.
I want it to happen. That would be cool." "I'll come with you," Louise replied meekly.
Are you okay?
Gav noticed her tear. "I'm just really tired and stressed out."
Look, you stay here and get some rest.
"No, I want to come with you."
I know you do, but I'm a big boy now, and I can check myself into casualty all by myself. Besides, you need to get some rest big time, and I'm not going to sleep for a week. Being bitten by a vamp is a strange adrenaline boost, and a rush won't stop. I'll be back as soon as I can, okay?
Ooh, maybe there is something going on.
Maybe.
Or is it going to be ripping off that bit in Buffy where Riley gets addicted to being bitten by vampires?
Oh, no. It might be.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, of all the things to rip off, a Riley storyline. Fucking hate Riley. Jesus Christ. Gav lightly kissed Louise's forehead and hugged her. He left for the hospital as she headed back to their room and hit the sack. I feel bad for Louise. Like, she's kind of carrying the emotional weight of the gang at the moment.
For
and
a
just
change.
Constantly being shit on as well.
For a change.
And now her boyfriend's going to turn into fucking Riley.
That's the worst thing of all.
In his room, MC locked the windows and made sure he had a weapon near his bedside. He looked down at MC, sleeping in her cot. Doesn't even know her name.
I mean, she's like half me, so I just call her MC. It's easier.
Muktifa in her cot. He looked down at MC. I can't even say it without laughing. He looked down at MC, sleeping in her cot. She hardly ever cried or made a fuss. At least she didn't seem to lately. He knew there was something very special about her indeed.
Has she stopped crying because she knows that it just means that MC ignores her even more?
What an intelligent baby, because babies cry to, get their needs sorted.
But she's like, well, it's clearly not working.
Guess I'll die then. He knew there was something very special about her indeed. She was an angel, whatever that meant. And yet, this pushed her further away from MC in his mind. The more he looked at her, the more she resembled Tifa. Well, that's weird, because she just called her MC, so I assumed... Finally, MC could feel the exhaustion setting in, and he collapsed on his bed and fell asleep. He said that before as well, hasn't he? He kind of sees Tifa in Amy, so I guess, she must have, like, Tifa's eyes or something. Hopefully not her brain.
She didn't have a brain. It was just an IOU signed God in her skull.
It was early afternoon, and Terry and Jay were sitting in the living area of the B&B eating breakfast. The place was quiet, and everyone inside had gotten a long sleep. MC entered the room, still in his sleeping clothes. Just say pyjamas, man, it's okay. You don't have to invent a new term for pyjamas.
No, they're sleeping clothes. They're completely different.
Did we have street clothes at one point as well? He held Amy in his arms.
Hey, guys, can you meet me in the meeting room in about 5 minutes? There's something I need to tell you all.
MC said.
Is he actually going to tell them?
Oh, as he had like an epiphany and he's actually going to come clean.
No, he'll be like, I just want to let you know, nothing's wrong. I'm not hiding anything. Oh no, not another apocalypse already.
Jay sighed.
There's usually a little break in between them. No, nothing like that. I just meet me there.
MC left the living room and walked up the stairs. As he did, he spotted Louise coming out of her room. She saw MC and turned to walk in the other direction.
Louise, wait.
I'm not in the mood for another argument, MC. I'm still bloody tired.
Look, if you want an apology and an explanation about Amy, follow me to the meeting room.
Louise stared at MC for a second before following him upstairs. Why is that comma there? Why is that comma there? Or is it just dirt?
I think it's just dirt. You
Oh.
should clean your laptop screen.
Again, I apologise, 17-year-old chip. Louise stared at MC for a second before following him upstairs. In the room, they sat around the table that Jay had built.
Where's Gav?
MC asked. He went to the hospital. Couldn't get his neck wound to stop bleeding.
Ooh, he's still there.
He stayed overnight.
For observation.
Oh, because it couldn't stop bleeding.
Uh-oh.
Because of the vampires.
Right, well, I'm guessing you're all wondering why I asked you here today. And the answer is Amy.
Is she okay, mate? Terry wondered.
She's fine. In fact, she's more than fine. When we were on the cliffs of Dover and Tifa was taken away, I saw her. She was happy. She looked fantastic.
MC smiled before wiping it from his lips.
Anyways, I think I told you that in order for Amy to live, a life had to be taken. Amy's not like other babies. She's special. She's an angel.
He did it. He dropped the A-bomb. Oh my god. Finally.
So I was like, that'd be a really good title for a TV series. I think Chip would really like it.
There was silence in the room until Louise said, "An angel."
A what?
Jay added, "Cliffs of Dover?" Terry was confused.
Okay, I'm not explaining this very well. Remember Dom? Dom.
Jay tapped his lips. Alright, Jay's savage. He ran the antique shop in Tokyo, right? Louise said. Why are they so confused? He was a big part. He was the new Shinno Khan. How did they not remember him? I think he just mysteriously disappeared. Fuck's sake, guys.
Did he do some magic to erase their memories of him? Because angel powers, or are they just dumb?
Let's just say that to cover for myself, okay?
Sure.
Antique shop, Tokyo. Terry looked a little worried now.
I feel bad for Terry.
I like the way he's like, antique shop? What madness is this?
Yeah, him. Well, he was also an angel. He got close to us in order to protect Tifa and Amy, and all of us, really. He did?
A confused Jay said. Who's Tifa? Terry wanted to know.
I was always more of an Aries man myself.
And that's why Terry's the best character. This makes no sense, Louise added.
I know it doesn't.
What does it all mean?
I don't actually know.
MC replied. Maybe that's why MC never told them, because he realised he would have a stupid conversation like this that had to come up where they were like, oh, they're not even going to remember Dom, are they? Like, he was literally such a big part in our lives. Did so much. It was like a year ago.
You guys remember Shinno Khan? Chip? Guy pushed you down the stairs, turned evil, trying to end the world.
Sorry,
Chip. Oh, no, I was thinking of Chris. He was the guy at the pizza shop.
I'm surprised I haven't forgotten Gav, considering he's been away for a few hours. Why didn't you tell us before?
Again, no idea.
Again, the room fell silent. Everyone trying to take in the new information they had just heard and try to make some form of sense to it. MC included. Especially Terry, who has just heard some words he's never heard before in his entire life. So, what do we do now? Louise asked.
I'm not sure. Do we even know how to do anything? Do we even know how to do anything? Is this because MC lost the art of being able to feel normal sensations on his skin?
Yeah, it all comes back to that.
All right. I'm not sure. Do we even know how to do anything? Amy is an angel. None of us knows what that means, so until we do, let's just treat her like a member of this family and as an ordinary baby.
Just like MC's been doing when he wheels her into the bathroom to ignore her when she's crying. MC turned to Terry.
Ever hear of angels existing?
Not me, mate.
Well, in that case, there's something else I need to ask you, Terry. Tanis, last night on the roof, got away, jumped through a portal, but before that, he threatened Amy's life. Now, I've seen this guy in action. He's a powerful dude, so I'm going to need some assistance in protecting her. MC's telling them everything.
Yeah, wow, he's really coming clean.
And I'll be like, and also, guys, I'm not really emotionally available, so I'm going to be going to a therapist.
What changed? What happened overnight that MC suddenly decided he's like, you know what? I've been a right cunt lately.
I honestly don't know. Was there any hint in the prose?
I don't know unless... I mean, okay, this is normally your job to try and explain this away, but what if his brush with death with the guard dog demon, guard dog demon,
Him, yeah.
Because he was nearly beaten to death, the world was so close to ending, they had everything that happened with Melvin and his wife that nearly ended the world as well.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just kind of got to the point where he's like...
Finally admits he can't do it all by himself.
Yeah, it's just got a bit too much, and he's just kind of realised he should not be a dick. Maybe that's it.
That's an optimistic interpretation, but we'll see. Now, I've seen this guy in action. He's a powerful dude, so I'm going to need some assistance in protecting her.
You mean like a spell?
Anything. I don't care. But I can't always be there to protect her.
Well, MC, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I could look into it. Talk to a few people I know.
Like always, I can't always be there to protect her. Or feed her.
Yeah, that's
hold her.
Louise. Yeah.
That'll be great. Especially if you can do it today.
He's not Amazon Prime, MC. I'm on it. Terry stood and left the room. Probably still really confused, like, what's a Tifa?
What's Tokyo?
Who is Dom?
For the rest of us, today's about resting up and getting on with running our business. Like the man said, on it.
Jay followed Terry out of the room. I think I might look into this angels thing, Louise said. It's been a while since I've done any good old-fashioned research.
Okay, well, let me know if you find anything out. Oh, and Louise, I'm sorry I didn't tell any of you this before.
Louise stopped and turned to face MC. That's okay. I just hope you feel like you can trust your friends in the future. She left the room, leaving MC alone with Amy. She gurgled. And that's where we're going to end part 1 of Departure. Well, what do we think of that episode then, MC?
MC fucking finally told people. Yes, thank God for that. It's not more Well, there will be more brooding.
Yeah.
But he won't do the thing where he will push his friends away. He won't do the specific thing where he pushes his friends away instead of telling them the things that they should know.
Yeah, hopefully that's it now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not just like something else will happen and he'll be like, well, I'll just keep this to myself for another 6 months, it'll be fine. But it was slightly anticlimactic, I feel like. I feel we were kind of building towards MC leading towards a darker side. And then he told them, they were just like, who's Dom? And I was like, that's not kind of what I wanted from
He's
it.
like,
you know?
I'm definitely turning evil now.
Like, I kind of wanted a bit more reaction from the gang
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
And as it is, they're just kind of like, okay, cool, fine,
Yeah.
no worries, thanks for telling us. And I get that, support your friends, but it just kind of killed the drama slightly, I think.
There was also not much emphasis paid to the whole Tifa having to die in order for Amy to be born, which is kind of a big deal.
Pretty big deal,
And also-
especially for MC.
Also, Tifa's an angel, and also Dom. Oh no, they can't remember who Dom is, so that's
so
fair.
weird. Why did I turn that moment into a piece of, attempt to turn it into a bit of comedy?
I don't know.
Sorry,
Because it
Dom.
was Jay.
Yeah. But with Louise as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Also, a very, really short episode this week as well. Like, the episode itself is quite short, which is, well, I don't know, probably a good thing to be fair if you're listening to this right now. But yeah, I guess, similar to what happened with Chip last week, or this week as well, is then that there was kind of some seeds planted, I guess. Like, the whole thing with Gav that might be a thing.
Yeah.
But then it might be the Riley thing, so I'm really anxious about that now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess it is kind of building up to this idea that Tanis is going to come back and get Amy, and that's what the gang is doing. They're kind of preparing for that.
I think that Tanis is going to kidnap Amy and use her in a magic.
Oh god, like Holtz with Connor and Angel.
Probably.
Oh, no.
Don't remember that bit.
Yes, you do. The vampire.
I remember
baby
Connor and hating
gets
him.
stolen as a
Yeah,
baby.
Right.
Yeah, and then comes back as an adult.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that too. I was thinking like using her as a bomb. like some sort of spell.
An angel bomb.
Yeah.
And again, like, because this is part 1 of the episode, normally that's a setup, but a lot of this kind of felt like Fallout.
Yeah, it was the sort of the conclusion to the previous episode, really.
Yeah. Not my favourite one.
No. But at least MC finally fucking told them. So
Yeah.
at least, hopefully, you'll stop the frustrating thing where, yeah.
Yeah, thank God. Well, if you've got any theories as to what MC is going to close himself off to the group of against next time, did you know there's numerous ways in which you can get in touch? You can find us on Facebook. We're at facebook.com/HowIRippedOffPodcast.
And we are on Twitter at How I Ripped Off.
And you can find our entire back catalogue on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, iTunes, and YouTube.
And if you know the name of a good therapist that works with ninja, a ninja therapist, if you will, that does ninja therapy, please leave it in the form of a 5-star review.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, leave a 5-star review if you remember who Dom is.